I get what you mean. MTRCB did not shut us down. It simply was that it got to a point na siguro na aming management pa. Ano naman yung mga yan?
Row
4. Mga row 4 sa classroom. Alam mo, may ano pa yun eh. In the early days pa, may na-bring up yung wag po but I don't know if I can say this na-bring up yung wag po dun sa
Tayo lang naman.
Oo, walang nanonood, walang nakikinig.
na-bring up yung wag po sa Mancom daw. Kwento ni Patrick. And of all reasons, dahil yung cake, walang kutsilyo, kinamay ko. As in, hindi ko kinamay yung ginawa ko. Dinaknan ko.
Dinagari mo ng daliri mo.
Dinaknan ko ng gano'n.
Ni-rock and roll mo lang. Oh.
Ano ba yung sir? Nagdo-chief yan, tapos ganyan magano.
Hindi, ang point ko lang siguro ay sayang.
Well, yeah, we'd like to think naman that there's room for more of that in the future. We just have to let a little bit of time pass before the chaos resumes.
Sabi nga ni Joey De Leon, take 5 muna.
Take
5 muna.
Take 5 years, you know.
But speaking of Joey De Leon, you were saying your first encounters with the broadcasting world in Broadcast City, literally nagkataon, we're talking about Itbulaga, but your first encounters were with Itbulaga. You saw the set, and ano pa nun? What were your impressions of the media world, and was this an inevitable world for you to enter, given institusyon ng tatay mo
Roby, actually, ako nga yung anak siguro, no, na yung tatay ko, kilalang announcer, kilalang broadcaster, pero siya mismo dinidiscourage ako to enter the world of broadcasting, journalism.
Bakit?
Sabi niya, sigurado ka ba na yan ang gusto mong gawin? Parang yun yung palagi yung sinasabi, wag na.
You literally had a moment or moments na kinausap mo siya about that career choice?
Yes, actually, humingi nga ako ng permiso. Sabi ko, kasi nung time na yon, ang una ko kasing trabaho sa RPN 9, 1993. Kinukuha ako na production assistant, nilulupas ko. Production assistant for a morning newscast. Unholy hours yung duty mo, kakapasok ka ng 12 midnight.
Overnight yun.
Oo. Ang dami mong ginagawa doon. Matindi pa sa para kang janitor, para kang taga-timpla ng kape. Yun yung trabaho ko nun. And siguro, nakikita ng tatay ko, naku, mukhang tutuloy ito. Sabi, nakikita niya siguro yung preview ng mga paghihirap when you enter, halimbawa. Hindi naman madali talaga yung time na yun. Diba? Pagdadaanan mo yung bawat step. Pero kung gusto mo talaga, tutuluyan mo. So I asked permission. Sabi, pwede ba ako mag-apply sa, kung kababalik lang nung halimbawa, ng ABS-CBN. Alam ko kasi original na Radyo Patrol siya. Diniscourage ako. Sabi niya, bakit ka pa mag-a-apply doon? Baka hindi mo kayanin yung politika, baka hindi mo kayanin yung mga backstabbing. Yun yung madalas ko madilig sa kanya. Sabi niya, wag na. So secretly, tinanggap ko yung offer ni Lulu kasi curious ako. Sabi ko, parang okay to. And then, 9 months akong nag-production assistant. Nakita ko yung operational news. Nakita ko parang gusto ko itong gawin. Kasi ang gusto ko nun before is also to make films. Parang nakita ko yung posibilidad na pwede ka palang magkwento. Pwede kang gumawa ng storya dito sa mundong to. And yun yung attraction ko sa broadcasting. For me, yun yung nagtulak sa akin. Yung parang, sige nga, subukan ko.
When you say na yung tatay mo, Joe Taruc, is the original Radyo Patrol. You mean that literally, di ba? Parang, kasi dinumero yung mga Radyo Patrol.
Radyo Patrol number 1 siya noon. So,
May picture pa sa ABS?
meron. Di ba? May haligi daw doon.
Kasi number 1, kasi I naririnig ko yan, kung sino-sinong mga Radyo Patrol na sa DZMN na you know, from time to time on special occasions, they will run down, di ba? Di ba? Parang ano. But I never realized number one yung tatay mo.
In fact, Roby, yung kapatid ko, who is 4 years younger sa akin, Jake. Jake ang pangalan niya. Pinangalan kay Jake Lopez. Na he was head of the department at that time. Ang news director si Orly. Orly Mercado hired my dad. So, late 60s ito. Ayun, malapit siya kay Jake Lopez. Ayun, ginawa nga siyang Radyo Patrol number 1, sabi.
Ikaw, Bok?
Ewan ko, napadpad lang ako dito eh. Pagkanong-ganon kasi ako eh.
Meaning?
Diba? Diaryo, TV,
Sige.
TV, Diaryo, TV, PCIJ, TV. So, this is the longest I've ever stayed in one company.
But from the very start, Jorn ka.
Jorn
major ka.
Jorn ako. Hindi, ako never had any thought of joining broadcast. Bulol, number one, bulol ako. Aminado ako doon. Number one, bulol ako. Number two, mahihayin ako. Mahihayin ako. I'm actually timid, shy, and an introvert. So parang, ba't nandun si Lingao sana? Kung ano doon.
We've talked a lot, and I think at this point, marami na ring tao alam. Among other things, I mean, high school pa lang naman or maybe even grade school. Pumasok ka parang seminaryo. Di ba? Sabay kayo ni Kim Atienza.
Ayun, dami
Nag-abot kayo ni Kim Atienza. Pero, I mean, so when you were young, ano yung vision mo sa sarili mo?
I was in grade 6 when I thought of becoming a priest. So I entered the seminary first year high school. I was 11 years old.
You thought of it, hindi ka tinulak ng parents?
No. My parents did not even want me to go. Kasi, seminary namin sa Pampanga eh. So it's all the way, far away. And nung panahon yun, Pampanga, medyo malayo pa yun eh. So parang, manako, alis na malayo, gano'n. So may ganung drama yun. Thought of doing it. Stayed there for 3 years. After the third year, parang, I like this, but I don't think I can follow orders all the time. And you can't tell me that this is set in stone. So we might have disagreements every once in a while. So, okay. So, moved out for 4th year. And then after that, sige, I'll be a doctor like my dad. So did pre-med, public health for 2 years. So zoo.
Meaning college?
College,
Ang pre-med ang public health ang first pre-med, Manila.
No, first 2 years ang public health is Diliman.
Okay.
Dati Ang next 2 years will be Manila.
Okay.
So first 2 years, Diliman ako. Yeah, so nag-Chem 16, 16.1, Math 17, Physics 21, 21.1, Zoo 10, gano'n. Nasayang lahat yun. Math 11 lang kailangan mo sa
Okay.
sa journey.
So nag-shift ka sa Jorn. Bakit?
Then I realized na parang medicine is nice, but I don't want to have to memorize all these muscles and I want something a bit more creative and along my lines of interest. Kasi even when I was in elementary or primary school, I read heavily. I would buy a new book every week or at least borrow a new book every week from the library, and then I'd also write. Also in high school, I was writing. But I never thought of journalism until college. Kasi ROTC may mga tawag doon, hindi mascot eh. Tawag doon yung news.
Yung mga core sponsors.
Sponsors.
Core sponsors.
Sponsor pa pinangalan eh.
Yeah.
Sabi sa amin, ng sponsor namin taga Mascom, alam nyo, sa Mascom, puro kami babae at bakla, walang lalaki. Ba't di kayo maglipatan? No? So isang block kayo maglipatan. Were you expecting some sort of altruistic motive?
Ngayon ko lang nadinig na, so ikaw pa naramdaman mo ever na parang may pressure sa'yo na sumunod sa yapak? Kasi ako, siyempre, tatay mo si Joe Taruc eh. Naku, ganda siguro ng boses nung panganay ni Joe. Di kaya, naku, mag-i-end up sa radyo yan. May ganun ka bang
Wala naman.
Walang pressure na, magiging doktor din yan, si Ed.
Hindi, kasi pangatlo ko eh. So, the pressure would have been on the first and second.
Oo.
Alam mo yung middle child syndrome na
Oo.
parang you're not on anybody's radar, na parang
Okay.
kahit maglulupasay ka dyan, hindi ka mapapansin until nangangamoy ka na.
Ako, middle child ako eh. So, BA ako.
Oo.
Sipa ako ng BA. I didn't keep my grades up. I got kicked out. Hanggang graduate ako, hindi alam ng parents ko na nag-shift ako.
Ang middle child syndrome.
Ako panganay. So, yun ang ine-expect nila. Ako, susunod sa yapak.
Hindi lang, yung binana mo boses ng tatay mo.
Hindi naman ganun kaganda boses ng tatay ko.
Hindi, pero pang radyo, di ba?
Oo. Hindi. May mga naririnig ako na, like, alam mo, ang tatay mo, hindi naman ganun ka, yung modulated voice. Parang, Ray Langit na, alam mo yung ganun. Hindi.
Iba yung kay Ray Langit. Iba
Hindi
yun.
ganun eh. Hindi ganun.
Hindi kasi si Ray Langit is both, ewan ka, ang feeling ko kay Ray Langit is natural gift, tapos embellished pa. Di ba? Parang nandiyan na nga yung natural gift. Kumbaga, maganda na nga yung haspi ng kahoy, di ba? Binarnisan po. Binarnisan pa. Di ba?
Ang tatay mo pang breaking news eh.
Oo. Di ba?
Hindi yung overmodulated na. Wala mo mga kapatid.
Kasama po natin si Jay Taruc and kasama rin natin si Bok and Lingao. Dalawang institusyon. Sila na nagsabi, grumpy old men. OG.
Kasi nung nasa RPNI na kalimbawa, dun sa buong 9 months ko doon, nakasama rin ng mga dating kasama rin ni Airpods, yung mga tao doon. So, ang dami nilang kwento. Palagi nilang nire-relate yun sa, parang ganyan yung tatay mo. Talagang hindi tumatakbo sa mga coverage, ganyan. Sugod na sugod yan. May marami. Maraming mga ganong kwento. But with all the discouragement, with all the nag-iba ka ng linya, hindi madali yan. Ang daming ganon. So I guess lalong na-fuel yung, ganun ba? Tingin mo ba hindi ko kaya? O di kaya, parang okay naman siya. Kasi nung na-expose na ako, sabi ko, I think magugustuhan ko to. And doon ko na-discover yan, doon sa pangalawang network ko. Natutunan ko na yung mga, ways, pwede mo palang...
The GMA na to.
Yeah, yung training ko na doon na pwede magkwento eh.
Sige.
Ang sarap magkwento eh.
I'll get to that. Pero ikaw, Bok, kasi ikaw, pagkakilala ko sa'yo, for the longest time, like me, ang pagkakilala ko sa'yo was actually chronicle eh. Di ba? So, print. I even remember your days sa PCIJ. But did you actually picture yourself na you were with Probe also, di ba?
No.
Never.
No.
Okay, but did you ever picture yourself being in broadcast?
No, never.
Na
Never.
TV anchor, di ba?
Napaka-likely nga, parang nagawa mo dyan. Hanggang ngayon, ganun ako eh. Ba't nandito ko? must have done something right or something so wrong.
So what did you do? I mean, was it something
Something
right or
wrong,
wrong?
something so
Hindi, kaya nga. So what
Parang
was it that
first.
was right or wrong that led you from print to broadcast?
That was in 1992. I was with Manila Times. I was with Manila Times. And then
Pero Chronicle din, di ba? Do I
started with
remember
Chronicle.
wrong? Okay.
Chronicle from 87 to 89. And then from 89 to 92, I was with Manila Times.
No.
In the Times, I was covering Malacanang already with Malu. So sometime in early 1992, somebody told us, I think it was Gene Orejana. Gene tells me, Ed, nag-apply ako sa Cinco. Magbubukas ulit.
Cinco?
Cinco.
Cinco.
It was reopening for the first time since 1972 when it was shut down.
Used to be owned by the Roses. Shut down by Marcos.
And reopening under Edward Tan.
Yeah.
So si Gene applied, he was accepted, and he invited me and a few others to come and join. Just before it went on the air. So tinanggap naman kami. Ako,
First time.
just wanted to try it.
Yeah.
It was something new, something different, and of course, the pay was also higher. Alam mo naman sudyari, di ba? Parang, blug, doble? Really? and people drive us around? Really?
Yeah.
May
Linawin
pampered,
natin.
piloto.
Linawin natin yun, doble ng minimum
Kumpara.
wage.
Kumpara.
Actually,
Kumpara.
when I started, feeling ko I was below minimum wage. I'm pretty sure. When I started.
Ako, when I started, it was not even minimum wage talaga kasi it was per column inch.
Yes.
Yung iba sa amin, dinadaya.
Oo.
Kasi ano yun eh, you cut your articles from the published newspaper, put it on bond paper, submit it to the morgue. Yung iba, pag walang bayad, kinakat nila. Submit nila. Padding ba?
Akin na.
Padding.
Kasi kanya-kanyang submission.
Oo.
Para tumaas.
Parang, syempre. Para tumaas. Kasi,
Hindi, tsaka ang dami talagang parang now that I'm more or less aware of behavioral economics and so on, ang daming unintended consequences nung mapang-aping sistema.
Mapang-aping sistema.
For example, the suspect who lives in number 5 Cambias Street, barangay, ganyan.
Para
The only reason na mahaba yung
kasi,
kasi sayang din yung 4 na piso.
Ganun ba? Wow.
Tsaka alam mo kasing, ano yun eh, kung mahigpit yung spasyo, ikikakat pa yan eh. So actually, dahil ng isang kalaban namin, advertising as a correspondent. Kasi when the advertisers advertise, of course,
Bump off ka.
they bump.
Diliit yung spasyo for news.
Less space for publication, more space for advertising. So kawawa,
Siyempre, yun ang priority. Di ba?
So, yung iba nagpapading,
Oo.
natigil lang yun nung nahuli yung isa. Kasi loko-loko ba naman, ang pinading niya, ang lagay niyang, sinabit niya ang story, foreign.
Given, how hard it is, and it will really throw some moral dilemmas your way. Yeah. At what point did you feel like this is worth it, and that you felt like, eto yun, this is fulfilling and it's important and it's notwithstanding ito lahat ng realidad na pinag-uusapan natin?
Kahit naman long form, kasi ako, Roby, long form talaga from the start. Na binigyan ako ng opportunity to produce my own stories. Ano talaga?
Sa ano na to? Sa
GMA na.
Sa GMA na.
Ito na yung after RPN, so long form na exposure ko. Hindi naman kami nakakaligtas dun sa mga ganong, di ba, bribe efforts or mga lagay-lagay na yan. And we're also exposed to that. May mga attempts din talaga. Pero yun nga, napaka-stricto talaga ng Our network is very strict. And syempre, siguro kung ikukumpara natin, yung beat reporting baka mas open or mas tanggap. But sa amin, sa akin yung mga ganong attempts, mas madali for us to turn it down or to avoid. Pero ang fulfilling, yung tinatanong mo is pagka may impact na nagagawa yung story mo, halimbawa, nakapagpatayo walang tulay dun sa lugar na yun, naging daan ka, naging instrumento ka para mapatayuan ng o makapaghatid ng tulong. Iba ba rin yung pakiramdam? Parang sa akin,
You remember a story or a moment that happened?
there was a barangay na parang isolated. Dito lang, sa Bulacan. Para siyang isla, yung mainland. Tatawid ka pa ng malalim na ilog and then nandun yung parang maliit na lugar. Syempre, crossing that, yung lugar, halimbawa na yan, papunta dun sa pinaka-mainland, delikado. So, ginawa namin ang storya. And then, andun yung nakita ng LGU. Matagal na namin plano na gawan talaga ng tulayan para hindi na delikado dun sa mga taga-ron. And may mga private na institutions na tumulong. Mabilis na patayo yung tulay. So, pasalamat din yung, for example, yung barangay na hindi na nakakailangan tumawid dun sa mga kable lang kasi yung tinatawiran nila. Masyadong delikado lalo na pag umuulan. So, that's one particular story that I remember. Pero, yan dun ko nakikita, pwede pala to Parang, pwede nating i-pursue na, sige, para para naman makatulong tayo. So we look for stories na ganun. Ayun, parang sabi ko, worth it naman pala.
Ikaw, Bok, does any of your coverages stand out?
Siguro along those lines yung sa Tinig, sa Abra. When we, there was this small high school in Abra, really liblib na lugar. It would take you, if you start walking at 4 in the morning, you'll get there at 8 in the evening. Actually, that's what we did. There was a small group of students. They tried to put up a school paper. So they'd write it down, di kamay. then they'd go to Bangged, a full day's walk away. Then
Layo.
they'd try to have it typesetted there, and blueprinted there. And then, ganun sila.
Wall news.
As in, talagang sulat kamay sila. So isip ko, dala kayo tayong typewriter doon. Hindi pwedeng computer kasi walang kuryente nga. This typewriter mas madali magsulat. And it struck me parang, we have all these complaints about how hard it is for us. And these kids find something worth fighting for in our profession, that they're willing to do that. Write their stories, handwritten on a sheet of paper, walk a full day down to the town, have it published, then go back up. Parang we've missed out on something there. The value of what we do, that these kids still value. That was nice. It was. I don't know. I don't know if I helped them, but they helped me more than I
realize something.
Is that in any way the origin story? Alam ko that's one of your own personal causes.
The laptop.
Namimigay ka ng mga laptop. Is that from that?
In part, yeah, it is. Kasi I realized that there are too many schools that are badly funded in terms of infrastructure. Not even talking about kids, talking about teachers. Nothing to work with, nothing to write with. So I found the source. I found a way to produce laptops. That's it.
Maraming teachers, sarili nilang pera, ginagastos nila dyan.
Kasi hindi overpriced yung
Pero natutuwa ako doon sa mga computer mo. Parang, I think it's, di ba? Parang, you've seen it.
Yes.
Kinakantsawa ko siya, sabi ko, yan ba yung tinatawag na MacBook Air?
MacBook Air, ERR.
Hindi, but it's how would you say that? That's about what? 3 inches thick?
I have one here.
Sige. Cool.
Dala lagi ni Ed yan. Actually, may backup.
That's what's the technical That's mil-spec.
Yeah, it's this is a fully rugged laptop.
Diba? You never know. There might be people who wants to help Ed in distribute. How many computers would you say you've given out?
So for mga 100 siguro.
100. Nice.
So ito. Now this is a proper Windows-based laptop.
Yeah. And it's fully rugged, so you can
bagsak.
Nung last week, nung umuulan, paglabas ko, wala akong payong eh. So,
And how much do these cost you?
It depends on the model and the speed. Typically, the ones I give out would amount to mga what? $40-50 siguro.
Ito? $40-50?
Yeah.
Talaga? This is about mga
60.
Di ba? Parang, not that I'm a techie, but this is about Intel 7th gen, 8th gen.
It's an i7.
Di ba? But it's not the newest generation. But it's strong enough to run Windows 10.
Yeah.
Diba?
Of course.
It's fairly modern.
Kahit na Core 2 do, kaya ng Windows 10 eh. It's more than enough for I can edit. I used to edit my documentaries in PCIJ in one of these things.
Tapos military grade talaga. I think
there are several levels. This one is there's several levels of military grade. This is the fully rugged. So ito talaga pwede mong
waterproof,
dustproof. Pwede mo sagasaan eh.
Literally?
Yeah. This video of this nasagasaan eh.
Talaga?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The ones I give out are usually a little cheaper kasi that's business rugged. Yun, pwede mong maulinan, pwede mong matapunan ng tubig. Tapos, ganyan din, convertible, laptop, tablet.
And do you keep track of the kids who get this?
No, I can't. That's too much na. Grabe naman daw. Demanding mo naman.
yung sinasabi ni Ed, that there must be something there that we're missing when kids will walk for kilometers. And then tayo, we take it for granted. In fact, a lot of people will just say, parang di ko na naiintindihan ng media ngayon. Diba? I mean, whether it's out of defeat, out of frustration, or out of saying, hindi, ganyan na ang media ngayon, that's no longer for me.
Minsan nga, hindi lang yung distance. Minsan, may mga threats talaga sa buhay nila and then they will still go. Mga teachers lalo na. Dahil alam nila, hinihintay sila ng mga estudyante doon. Diba? And alam nila, malaki yung may tutulong nila dun sa future ng mga bata. So, regardless of the distance minsan and the threats, buhay nila, they still do it. Nakikita natin, totoong nakikita natin yan. Pagka nasa field ka, nakikita mo talaga.
Has it ever hit you na we're losing our influence? Has it ever hit you that we are not, I don't know how you'd phrase it, whether we're not as relevant or we're no longer the gatekeepers? I know a lot of journalists who felt that way, who have felt that way with every elections, with every recent elections. I mean, never mind the politics, pero ramdam mo talaga na we're not the gatekeepers of the national agenda.
The biggest sign for me of that is even within us in this industry, reporters not even reading newspapers anymore.
They're following trending.
Trending, they rely on Facebook to tell them what to read. Ang daming. Nagbasa ka ba ng diaryo? Hindi. Nasa Facebook ko naman lahat eh. Reporters yun. They don't know the difference between Facebook and the news website. Kahit nga hindi diaryo eh. News website.
Nabasa ko sa Facebook.
Oo.
They can't even source. They can't even attribute the source because they will only say, nabasa ko sa...
May nag-repost.
Or nakita ko sa... Or the attribution is to Facebook.
But the mere fact that they rely on Facebook to feed them news is terrible eh. I mean, you wouldn't even want that for ordinary Filipinos, how much more reporters. Kasi that's curated na ba yan? That's curated by the algorithm.
But you don't think we're just being grumpy old men here na nung panahon namin ganito.
Mga dinosaurs kasi si Ed Lingao eh. Nagbabasa pa ng dyaryo eh. Nasa Facebook na lahat. Ikaw talaga. De, pero yun I think yung mentality na pagka, for example, ang source mo is binasa mo lang or parang, diyan mo lang nakuha yung yung balita.
Too easy eh. Okay, we're grumpy old men. Okay.
Sometime after the elections, and like I said, ang isang takeaway dito is it had nothing to do even with who won, di ba? It wasn't so much that Marcos won, na although that was part of di ba? Parang a lot of people were really dismayed. But after the elections, you know this, di ba? Parang there was a group of young reporters who said, pwede ba kami makipag-inuman? Pwede ba kami makipagkita sa mga more senior journalists, di ba? Because they just wanted to process their dismay and their distress. And then, nagpasa tayo, di ba? Nagpasa ako, ito, Viber invitation. Invite whoever you want to come na feeling nyo kailangan. About 200 people showed up. A lot of young reporters, but their existential question was not so much na bakit nanalo si Marcos. It was, give me a reason, why should I continue this? Na parang hindi naman tayo yung pinapakinggan. That was the theme, di ba? You were there. That was the theme of the whole evening.
But that precisely is the reason why you have to stay. I mean, ayun ang balik ko sa kanila eh. That's the reason why you have to stay. Kasi hindi na tayo pinapakinggan. So you have to fight it out. Then you have to tough it out. Otherwise, talaga you gave up the fight.
Yeah, but if part of the fight, if part of keeping up the fight is learning how to tell stories on social media, including Facebook, including Twitter, including TikTok. Are you there? Are you on board with that? Kaya mo nasa TikTok ka na?
TikTok hindi. I leave that to Gretchen. But Facebook, to me, is I'm not yet that comfortable with TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok.
Si Ed, masipag magsasagot ito sa
Ito,
mga
ikaw,
nakikipagdebate.
Iba pa yan. Pero ikaw muna. Ikaw, influencer ka eh.
Sa akin, okay, yung Facebook is more of, ang ginagamit ko siya to promote. Kasi we still produce, I have a TV show. Black Timer kami nagpo-produce, independently produce, so I promote that platform. Kasi nowadays, okay, in the recent years naman, nakafocus naman ako sa grupo ng mga riders, sa community ng mga riders. Kasi kaya ako nagsusumiksik dyan sa riding community naman, na-realize ko, ito yung pinaka-discriminated na isang sector na pinaka-nadidiscriminate. Sa kalye and sa lipunan, okay? Isang konkretong example, okay, mga 18 to 20 million registered riders sa LTO. Ang dami. Lumalaki pa yan. Malaki pa yung growth. Yung batas, for example, yung doble plaka law, RA 11235, na I felt na parang masyadong... Ang premise kasi ng batas is baka may gawing mali yung mga rider. Gawa tayo ng batas. Parang pine-preempt na gawin natin itong batas na to para hindi sila makagawa ng krimen. Yun yung premise ng batas. And nakita namin kung paano siya ni-railroad, paano siya minadali. Sabi ko, talaga? Parang ang daming riders. Nakita natin kung gaano ka-relevant ang mga riders ng pandemic. Diba? Nasa bahay tayo, sila naghahatid ng gamot, ng pagkain, ng kung anong kailangan natin, essentials. Pero sila pa rin yung pag-checkpoint. I'm talking about the small displacement riders. Sila yung yung mga nagche-checkpoint, hindi naman sa lahat ng checkpoint, pero yun ang observation namin, mas mahigpit sila dun sa mga Lala Move, yung mga naghahatid ng mga essentials.
Pag naka-big bike na.
Pag naka-big bike.
Sir. Saludo pa.
Lalo na.
Kasi baka politiko eh.
Baka polis. Mga polis din, hindi lang politiko. So, sabi ko, ano nga natin to? Tutukan nga natin. Rider rights, saka of course, kaakibat niyan yung rider education din. Hindi ko rin naman may kakaila, ang dami rin
Kamote.
Well, sabihin na natin, kamote, ang daming minsan pabara-para magmaneho. Pero kailangan mo silang turuan Kailangan mo silang i-inform.
I remember that nung kasagsagan, umpisa ng pandemya, parang that image of yung iniimbudo yung lahat ng riders, di ba?
Kaya nagta-traffic
kaya di ba?
ng pila nun.
Parang, and then kita mo talaga, and then dumadalo yung kotse dito, pero the riders dito.
Yun yung isang observation. And sabi ko, wala rin, kasi makikita natin yung mga content. For example, you look at the social media, marami ring content na parang hindi naman doon naka-focus. So sabi ko, i-increase natin yung natin dito, yung content in, number one, yung rider's rights, di ba? Pag checkpoint ka, ano gagawin mo? Anong kailangan mong dala? Anong dapat na behavior mo sa kalye? May mga ganun kaming
Na-resolve ba na ba yun, yung plaka?
Okay, ang compromise niyan, sa Senado kasi, ang umaalala dyan si Senator JV. Yes, ito. Sabi niya, wag na kasi yung doble plaka, originally gusto dalawang plakang ganung kalalaki ata.
Malaki pa sa kotse.
Oo, na parang, hindi kami gagawa ng krimen, ha? Ito yung plaka namin.
Parang ID ng house show, no?
Mismo. Yung malalaki, di ba?
Marami pa.
Yun talaga, proposal nung una. Meron talagang yung plaka mo nakakabit sa vest mo, pati sa likod. Talaga? Wala bang kriminal na naka-van o naka-kotse? Marami rin naman Minsan kahit naglalakad nga lang, pwede. Sa akin parang yun yung premise Sabi ko, mali ito.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Tsaka ginawa niyang batas. Seryoso kayo, parang mali ito. Sabi ko, bigyan natin ng boses. Dami kasi dyan, nagtatrabaho lang
So the compromise is?
yung compromise is RFID. Huwag na dalawahin, palakihan na lang yung plaka sa likod, which is more acceptable. Kasi kung dalawahin mo yung plaka sa harap, may ganun ka. May mga issues ng aerodynamic ng motor. Hindi naman design ng motor na ganun kalaking plaka. So, RFID. Ang problema, yung equipment na which will contain all the information pag binaril ng
Scanner.
Scanner. Kailangan ng pondo. So, inaano pa yung IRR. So, medyo kailangan pang pinuhin. Pero, like, gustong pababain din yung, isipin mo, isang violation, 50,000 na kaagad ang multa, no? Magkano yung motor
Mahal
niya?
pa sa motor.
sa motor.
5,000 lang sa motor, down payment nyo.
Ayaw nyo nang paghanap buhayin yung tao dahil matatakot na. Diba? Ayaw nyo mag-violate. Sinong lalapitan niya? Paano mo siya bibigyan ng boses? So, dun kami nakatuon.
Kasama mo dito si Kuya Kim?
Well, isa si Kim, diba? Marami namang riders na medyo high profile na rin naman na tumutulong. Pero yun nga, isa pang makikita mo na relevant ang mga riders, sinong number 2 sa overall na diba? Na grupo ng mga riders sa party list.
Si Colonel,
Busita. Na controversial din. Number 2.
Si Busita. Sino yan? Pero kilala ng mga rider.
Milyon. Diba? Dalawa yata yung kanilang nakuhang slot sa Kongreso.
So, imagine mo.
Daming riders.
Daig pa yung
Ang sinasabi ko,
Ikaw, baka maging political base mo to.
ba't hindi? Ba't hindi? Eto si Bok, nagbumotor din to
Nagmumotor dito.
Akala ko, sabihin mo.
Clearly, this has become an advocacy for you. But I do want to take time to ask you. Because nagkonsulta ako sa mga maliliit lang naman na pero, but tell me about motorcycling. What hooked you on not the advocacy?
I had a show, it's called Motorcycle Diaries sa GMA, Tadico Network. Actually, in-invite lang ako to host that show kasi nakikita nila sa GMA pa lang, pa lang ako, researcher pa lang, nagbumotor na ako, naka-Vespa ako noon 90s pa lang yan. Nakaka-park pa ako sa loob dahil natatawa lang sila dun sa gamit ko dahil ang cute Sige boss, pasok ko lang, park ka dyan sa tabi. Pero ngayon, dami ng motor Anyway, 6 years ko ginawa yung Motorcycle Diaries. Umiikot kami from Luzon to Mindanao, hanggang Batanes. Sabi ko, laki na pala ng riding community and hindi sila, sa Pilipinas, marami tayong liblib na lugar na kada bahay may motor. Kung ano mang motor yan, katulong yan, halimbawa yan sa paghahanap buhay mo, kakargahan mo ng palay, o kung ano mang patuka, o service mo yan papunta sa pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Naging essential na siya. Yun yung observation na, laki ng community. And sabi ko, na-expose ako doon kung sino-sino nakilala ko from different parts of the country. Sabi ko, ang laki sabi ko, hayaan lang ba natin? So, nung pinagpaplanuhan na si Baken dahil hindi kumikita yung show, actually, hindi. Okay, mataas ang ratings, maraming nanonood. Ang problema
iba yun sa kita.
Oo, iba sa kita. Yung revenues. Kasi noong time yan, wala pang action camera Nag-improvise. Mahal mag-shoot ng gumagalaw
may
yung
nagtitrain
kinukuha
sa'yo,
mo.
may
Nagta-travel ka, 2 van kami lagi. So, mahirap siyang i-shoot. Malaki ang gastos. Ngayon, hindi siya kumikita, pero sabi ko, taas, laki ng audience. Sabi ko, huwag nating hayaan, ituloy natin. Nung hindi sila pumayag na hindi, wala mahal, hindi naman kumikita.
Inako mo na.
Sabi ko, nag-ask ako ng permission na, pwede ba? Sige, ako nang magpo-produce. So, ginawa ko yun noong 2017, 2018. Nung una, bin-block time pa namin sa GMA, mahal ng block time doon Mas mura dito. Mas mura dito. Sabi ko, okay, mas commercially viable kung mas mura lang yung gastos natin sa pag-produce.
Saka humabol na yung technology. Pwede
humabol na yung technology, may mga action camera. So, kaya na. Available
mura na action cam.
Mura na. Dati nagtatali pa kami sa kawayan ng mga handy ko. Alam mo bang nakawala kami ng camera? Hindi ka maniniwala. Itinali namin sa kawayan, yung handicam na gano'n, itinali namin sa likod ng tricycle, liblib to na barangay eh. So ang eksena, kukunan ako, susundan ko lang yung tricycle. Huminto kami. Napatagal yung interview. Umalis yung tricycle. Hindi namin nalaman kung saan nagpunta. Sabi ko, nakatape doon yung yung handicam natin. Sabi ko, paano yan? Diba, bayaran namin. Hinahanap namin. So, yung ganun kahirap.
Among other things, you train journalists and you train newsrooms on how to cover. And part of what you learn also is, di ba, parang how to parse what people are saying. That pagka nag-he said, she said ang military at saka NPA, for example, na sila ang namaril, you actually have modules, you're actually trained to somehow know kung sino ang namaril. Di ba?
And also, what's important in the narratives of either side. Usually the sensational narrative is not the story itself. It usually is something deeper or bigger. Kasi
like what?
The sensational side is the bang-bang eh. Ilan ang patay, ilan ang ano. Hindi yung bakit sila nag-aaway o bakit patuloy mag-aaway yung mga yan. Example, in 1996, when Ramos signed the final peace agreement in 1996 with the More National Liberation Front, those who covered the negotiations as well as the issues of arms were conscious of the fact na parang delikado to. Kasi the peace pact was built on nothing but promises or a commitment to be committed from a president who was leaving office in 2 years. And that's why you had Nuri Miswari running amok in 2001. Otherwise, ang daling sabihin na parang, Allahu Akbar, the war is over in 1996. And obviously it was not. Diba? May ganung hugot eh. And you'd like more reporters to be able to parse through the data and parse through the facts to be able to make those conclusions eh. I appreciate, for example, Mindanao News. Kasi whenever I land there in Mindanao, I usually link up with them kasi I learned so much from them on how to cover and how not to cover Mindanao. Laking gulf eh.
And it's not just Mindanao. I've always said this, and I've said this to Carol Arguillas, and I think I've said it also to Bobby Timonera, yung bago nilang editor-in-chief. I've always felt, because I agree with you, Mindanao News is one of the finest news organizations we have. And in fact, it should be known to people that this is not the best news organization in Mindanao. My personal for Mindanao News is, this is a national paper that happens to be based in Mindanao. Di ba? And unfortunately, 99% of the population is not aware that you do have a news organization like this. Na very, you would say it's traditional. These are of our generation also. They're digital, I have to say. IT guru naman yan si Bobby Timonera.
Mas Bobby.
Di ba? But there are unfortunately, no other way to say it, there are pockets of journalism that do continue, that are doing very, very well. To your point, doing well on the journalism, pero iba yung kita. How close were you to ever dying in a coverage? I saw, may napanood akong coverage mo
Kabul.
You were, there's Kabul.
That's Roby in Afghanistan.
Yun. There's one.
Hold up
kayo, naharang kayo sa Afghanistan, di ba? I also remember you in it's a military operation, tumigil kayo sa isang, pababa kayo and then may nakita silang rebelde sa baba and then you had to stop here. At the top of the hill, may bakbakan.
Ano yun basilan yun? That was a misencounter. May isang patay doon eh. It was a misencounter.
But you never felt, there was never a time that you felt like I could have...
In trouble? There were a few times naman. But it's not on camera. For example, when I was in Iraq, sinumbong ako ng sensor ko.
Binenta ka.
Akala ko makakalabuso ako doon eh.
Ikaw, Jay.
1999, Kauswagan.
O Kuswagan,
All-out war ni Arab. We would be sent there a few times. Actually, most of the reporters, pag nag-cover ka ng yung conflict din sa Mindanao, sa front lines, merong storya na parang malalagay kayo sa alanganin. Minsan nga, clearing operation na lang. Tapos na bakbakan. Biglang may mga harassment. Dadapa kayo sa puti. Na-experience namin yun doon sa Maguindanao. Minsan, alanganing mga lugar, diba? Na akala nyo, wala lang. Biglang may ipit kayo sa... May gano'n eh. Pero, alam mo, nung time na 1998-99, agawan, gapangan sa, syempre, reporter ka.
Unahan, di ba?
Kung hindi ka nakapag-cover ng conflict, mahina to. Sorry pero gano'n eh. Parang wala na ma-experience sa gera pa yan eh. Ewan ko, ganun pa rin ba ngayon? Ganun pa rin
iba ngayon. Like, my very first episode was photojournalists. And among my guests, so I had AC Di Matatak. But among the two of the three were both Sepes. So, June Sepe.
Si June, si Ellie.
And then anak niya, si Ellie. And June was saying, look, ako rin tayo, marami tayong kinover out in the field. Pero si Ellie, fresh out of college, barely out of UST pa nga, his first coverage was the war on drugs. Diba? And sabi niya, merong mga pinuntahan niya mga bata na even na ilang dekada na siyang photojournal. Sa totoo lang, yung ibang pinasok namin na liblib na yung mga urban settings na pinasok nila kasi inano ni Duterte na yan, hotbed yan ng ano. Yeah, I've seen places that I never saw before, and yun yung baptism of fire ng anak niya. So it's in Duterte years, it's a totally different environment of, diba? Of threat and toxicity. Oh.
Actually, totoo yan.
Tsaka iba na rin yan iba na rin yung coverage sa military ngayon Now, hindi sila papayag ng embedding basta-basta. Yeah. Unlike dati, kukuntsabahin mo lang yung si Kernel o si
tayo nauuto natin si Kernel.
Unless Vice News.
Even yun was
controversial.
There was something about that, but I don't want to go into that.
But now there are protocols.
There are protocols that
stricter,
that makes it harder for us to do independent coverage, which is safe but also alarming. Kasi you don't get to verify anymore. You just wait for them to tell you it's okay to go in, or you wait for them to give you video.
Okay. So what do you tell?
Stuck with that.
What do you tell young people now? I mean, kasi naiimbita naman kayo, lahat naman tayo naiimbita sa mga college, whether it's mass-comm or not. But same thing, nung bata ka, iniisip mo to, sasabihin sa ng tatay mo, wag na. Anong sasabihin nyo ngayon sa mga tao, whether they're considering journalism or not?
I guess kung ito talaga yung napili nilang profession, parang hold your ground, di ba? Ito talaga yung gusto mong gawin eh. Diba? Whatever it takes, hindi naman pwedeng parang walang half-cooked egg eh. Pag pinasok mo to, hindi pwedeng parang hindi ko naman alam eh. Oo, parang hindi ko naman alam eh. I think iba rin talaga yung generation natin. Kayo, mas nauna kayo ng konti. Ako,
sabay muna tayo.
Hindi, sabihin na lang natin nauna. Sa akin kasi, reckless bang pakinggan to, pero talagang naghanap ako ng ganung, nag-enjoy ako dun sa thrill of finding out for myself.
And testing yourself.
Testing myself hanggang saan. Kasi sa totoo lang, ang dami nating mga alanganing coverages na parang noon mo lang madidiscover na parang marirealize mo after years na ba't ko ginawa? Ba't ako umoo? Hindi pa required yung magsuot ka ng ng vest.
Yeah. Hindi pa nga
walang ganoon.
Helmet, vest, walang ganun.
Kanya-kanyang diskarte. So sabi ko,
parang bigat lang yan eh.
Ako, I remember feeling that way when nag-abot kami sa East Timor. And it was still
99, October, November.
And it was still may kumbaga umuusok pa ang dili nun. Umuusok pa yung tapos na yung ano. But there were strict protocols on don't go without which is still true, 'di ba? Parang medyo katangahan talaga yung feeling mo, and I can get away with this. Wala naman, safe naman yung plano ko, wala naman. But ganon, there were days after that I, di ba? Kasi before that, the images from East Timor were
burning.
Pugutan Parang Rwanda di ba? Then you would think, that was pretty stupid. Yeah. Pero ikaw Bok, what you tell to the
Libog. Whatever you do, bigyan mo ng libog. Hindi pwedeng sabi mo you can't go in half-cocked and half-cocked. Bigyan mo ng libog. You wanna do it, you go in all the way. But before you go in all the way, make sure that you do it for the right reasons. Sa akin, in the end, yun naman importante. You do it for the right reasons. And when you do that, go in all the way.
Yeah. Would you agree that you do it and you do it right? And actually, I mean, going back to how when we were all paid below minimum wage, but it actually takes care of you, diba? You last long enough.
Swerte tayo.
Diba? Hindi, but
hindi lahat
hindi, pero ang sa akin hindi lang swerte. Parang I remember I was having this conversation with Tina Dumlao. Diba? Who's now business editor, diba? Sa Inquirer.
Nakasama ko si Tina sa naman, dito sa DOJ, NBI.
But I remember I was telling her, the group we were with, na actually, hindi naman kami necessarily yung pinakamagagaling Kami lang yung tumagal. Diba? We have a lot of colleagues that I felt were better reporters than me. I have a lot of colleagues that I really respect, that I felt na mas magaling to sa akin. Parang mas matapang sa akin, mas magaling sa akin.
Madiskarte. Yun yung issue.
Even writing, di ba? Even writing. Yun naman yung unang tinitingnan mo. Ganda ng galing niya magsulat. But eventually, for whatever reason, people change careers, people move out, di ba? People, then eventually, parang tayo na lang. Ito, di ba?
Ako, in my first job sa Chronicle, panggabi ako na I was night shift na police So pag sumapit ang dilim, metro-wide ka na nun. Wala kang retainer, wala kang sasakyan, blood pressure per columns ka lang. After 6 months, parang natin mga to, ginagago tayo nito. Talagang frustrated ako. I give up.
Parang sino tatagal sa ganito?
I quit this job. You guys are exploiting us. We're fighting for people's rights, but we can't even fight for our own rights. This is resign ako ng Chronicle. Look for a job that paid much better. Aircon. The bathrooms worked and the people did not smell like bathrooms. Bagsak ko Magnolia. Did corporate writing for
how long?
2 months. Then I came crawling back. When I came crawling back, my editor si Krista Daniel goes, alam ko, babalik ka Nakangiti sa akin. Alam ko, babalik ka Gusto mong ganun.
Ikaw, you never moved. Ikaw, did you ever consider yourself moved out of our field?
Babalik muna ako dun sa tanong mo kanina na parang, I think yung finding meaning into what you do, parang okay nga, di ba? Better pay, naka-aircon, pero walang saysay. Parang walang saysay.
Walang libog walang libog
Sa akin, okay. Disclaimer siguro. Dahil, producer ako independent producer ako May percentage pa rin ng corporate and dealing with, you're selling your show, may ganun pa rin Pero sa akin, never lose siguro yung sight mo o yung focus mo dun sa, ano ba yung right PH? Bakit mo ba ginagawa to? Kailangan masagot mo yun. Kasi, gusto mo lang kumita, gusto mo lang magbenta ng motor, or you want to sell your show, hindi enough yun. Parang sa akin, to keep you, yung sabi nga ni Ed, para mapanatili mo yung libog, I think hindi magiging enough yun. Just to earn money.
No, sometimes you have to hit that point where you give up for you to realize how important it is what you do. Parang realize mo parang, mahal ko nga to. Binalikan ko eh. Kahit pinapukpok ko na ulo ko ng bato, mahal ko siguro talaga to.
Ito talaga eh, di ba? Ito talaga eh.
Kausap ko po si Jay Taruc at saka si Bok Ed Lingao. You will have to leave us. Unfortunately, limited ang time. Pero kami will stay behind. We will continue our conversation dito. Thank you for joining us. This is Roundtable with Roby. Catch us again every Thursday po, 9:30 p.m. Manila time on One News. That's channels 8 and 250 kung gusto nyo ng HD. You can also check out the long conversation on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and sa Puma Podcast, where I'm also involved. We'll also be uploading all the audio, all our past shows, all our future shows will also go up on Puma Podcast. Ako po si Roby Alampay. Ito po ang Roundtable and tuloy lang po ang kwentuhan namin. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Rob.